In Revelation chapter 18, it describes Mystery Babylon or Mighty Babylon, and it says in Revelation 17 that's the great harlot, right? And in verse 3, he says, all nations have drunk the wine of her passionate unchastity, and the rulers and leaders of the earth have joined with her in committing fornication or idolatry. And the businessmen of the earth have become rich with the wealth of her excessive luxury and wantonness. And you see this. You see it on the news. You see it on the internet every day. This is so up to date about the rich men of the earth. I mean, greed and money, that's what makes the world go round, right? And, so you have this setup of Mystery Babylon. And he goes through the chapter and he talks about, he even tells them in the next verse, he said, I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out from among her, my people, and share not in her sins, neither participate in her plagues. Okay? Well, that should be a ding, ding, ding moment for you. I mean, you should, we just had a plague. We're in the midst of one right now, right? And, he goes down to say, and nobody's buying their freight anymore. And, in verse 23, he gets down to this. And never again shall the light of the lamp shine in you. Speaking of mighty Babylon. And the voice of the bridegroom and the bride shall never be heard in you again. For your businessmen were the great and prominent men of the earth. And by your magic spells and poisonous charms, all the nations were led astray, seduced and deluded. Okay? The word for that in the King James is sorceries. By your sorceries, all the nations were seduced and deluded. Well, this is really interesting because in the Strong's Concordance, you can look up that word sorcery, and it's number 5331, okay, in Strong's. And it'll give you the original Greek definition of what sorceries is. Now, this is amazing. Sorceries, number 5331, the word is actually Pharmakeia. Pharmakeia. Amazing, isn't it? Sorceries. It's Pharmakeia? Yeah. And by that, all the nations, through the rich men of the earth, were seduced and deceived. And the word means medication, pharmacy. Right? And it comes from 5332, the next word in the dictionary, the Strong's Concordance, drug, spell-giving potion, poisoner, magician, sorcerer. See that? And we should take these things and look at them, and spiritually, biblically, you can see what's happening. All the nations. Have you ever seen anything like what happened in the last couple of years? All the nations seduced and deceived by this thing that everyone's been going through. That's amazing right there.